Hey everyone, welcome back. I've been working here on the layout, a few little projects, and this extra section here below my display case. So I figured I'd post a quick video and show you guys what I've been working on. Alright, on to the most obvious change in the layout is this lead section that I built to help switch the industries on the layout, and I decided to add a little scenery to it, although it doesn't have the backdrop. It's just my display case behind it, but it still looks pretty good for what it is. Just put down some foam in the back, some plaster on top of that, some sculpt mold, and then some static grasses and bushes, which I'll share with you guys what I've tried from Scenic Express. I'm not sure if it's new on their website or if I just never noticed it, but it's this product from Martin Wolberg. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, but really nice stuff here. It's actually not even that expensive, and it's got various colors and shades of like static grass. This is kind of like low, it's static grass but with like some tufts on it. See if I can get, there's some supposed to look like weeds, but they look really good. I bought a few different colors, some more dark grass, since obviously I'm modeling late winter. And then this is what I'm really impressed with, this low bushes, kind of like a floor of a wild grass area. So this was their, let's see, autumn gold. It's all gone, unfortunately, but you can see a little bit of the colors left. It's all on the layout. And here's the other one. But anyway, I ended up using 2 of these boxes to just cover this area here in front. And like I said before, really happy with the results. It really was exactly what I was looking for, just like an overgrown area to kind of help hide the wall behind or below the backdrop. And yeah, I just added a road there. I'll kind of go over some of the other products I use for that later on. I've been getting a lot of questions on how I make my asphalt area or concrete and some of the snow. So let me go grab that stuff and I'll show you real quick. Okay, so for my roads, I actually came across this by accident. I went to the hardware store to find some spackle. I saw a video how you can mix some artist tints, which I have right here. Got it on Amazon. This is lamp black. Just gonna focus there. There we go. Just a few drops of this goes a long way, and I actually tint plaster. This stuff, it's really light. Actually, when this is full, it almost feels like it's empty. It weighs nothing. It's like almost like a foam when it dries. And what I do is I actually mix 2 of these to the same color, and I just close the lid on it, and this is still good. So if I ever want to add on another section like I did here, it matches the other concrete that I have, or the other asphalt that I have already. But yeah, this stuff is really spongy when it dries, which is nice because it won't crack. It's very lightweight, so if there's any flex when I move these sections, which they are kind of like modules when I move, it won't crack. And I haven't had any issues with it. I have that large section, so I can show you over there at the end, and I have no cracking or any deforms in it whatsoever. So really happy with that. So yeah, give that a try. It's a little tricky to lay down if you're trying to do a thin road, because it's kind of like a foam and it doesn't stick very well to, I've got just cork down below that. So I found that if you kind of take a damp rag and kind of wet the cork and then lay it on top of it, it sticks a little better. But you could sand it, which I did sand this down. There's a lot of imperfections in it, which I really like, to be honest, because it looks like an old road, which is what I was going after. I think I'm going to come back and add some cracks and some patches with a Sharpie and some black paint, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. So for my snow that I use, again, a lot of questions on that. This is all I do. I take this block foam from Michael's or wherever, craft store. It's that really thick, or it's lightweight, but it's very dense. It doesn't bend at all. But what I do is I just cut little blocks, and then I can actually squeeze it down. You can see it's very easy, and you can shape it. So I just cut little strips, squeeze it, and then I tint them with like a wash to make them look dirty. But it comes out really nice. I know a lot of people don't model the winter time, but it was something that I definitely wanted to try, and again, pretty happy with the results. All right, so here's a closer look of those scenery materials. The bushes in the background, the little tufts here with the little weeds on them. Looks really good. What I did was I put those down first, and then I kind of put down some static grass in the dead spots or in the empty spots, and I used Pico static grass, and it's like a dead winter color, and I kind of used that throughout the layout. I kind of blended it into some other grass areas, but really impressed with the materials here from Scenic Express. Came out pretty good. I ended up putting in a turnout here. I know I was kind of debating doing it for a while, but I figured it kind of give me another spot to put something, or extra locomotive, or I don't know, whatever. So this will be kind of like a spot where I guess the crew can park the cars or wherever and go to work. So this end here, just kind of put more of those tufts in, gave it that overgrown look, which looks pretty good. And then blended it right into the other part of the layout. So that's that. Still gives me access to my display case, which is pretty cool. I guess I'll give you a kind of a view of what it looks like from behind. Here's a better view, stepping back a bit. So as you see, just a little extra shelf there. Again, this layout is in my spare bedroom in my apartment, so I don't have a lot of room, but just enough to keep busy. So it's just this small shelf on top of my computer desk. The height came by accident. I wanted to be able to put my desk below the layout just to save space, and it kind of works out. I really like how it's kind of not eye level, but I would say to me shoulder level. So that's about it. Just two shelves on some bracketing or brackets from Home Depot, shelving brackets, and I made it so that backdrop could just slide right out, the shelves could slide right off, and I could move it wherever we move next. Actually, next year we'll probably be moving into a house, so hopefully a bit more permanent, and I could add on to this. I kind of designed it so on both ends I can add on, hopefully around the room, or almost all the way around the room, but we'll see. And then above, just got some room for storage up top, and that's it. All right, moving on to a couple of little things I've been working on. I added these utility poles that I've had for a while. I've been really kind of just holding off, trying to figure out what type of what to use for the power lines themselves. And just recently, Luke Towan posted a video, a really great video of how he made custom poles, highly detailed utility poles, and man, they came out so good. He used this Fine Easy line, and I was like, oh, perfect. So I just found it on eBay and ordered some. It's just a black Fine. It's very, very thin. You can see it there at the bottom. But this stuff is great because it's really, really fine. It gives you that realistic look, while at the same time it's super flexible. I mean, I could almost bend that down to the ground and let go, and it would come right back to that. So in case I accidentally hit it as I'm reaching in for cars. But I kind of strategically put the poles where they're not really in an area where I'll be reaching too much. So, but thought it came out pretty nice. So I started it all the way on one end and then brought them all the way down to the other. So finally got that done. It definitely adds a whole new level of realism there. I also replaced these crossing or crossbucks or whatever they're called, railroad crossing signs. I found these on eBay by accident, actually. And this guy makes these really nice signs. He actually makes all kinds of different signs, street signs, crossing signs, and so on. So I replaced those, and here's a kind of a closer look at them. See if the light kind of cooperates, but really nice, detailed. The backs are even like silver, so it looks like that aluminum sign material that they use. So I got a pack of 4 of these just to try them out, and really cool. He even offers different options for the poles. I mean, you could go with like a wood, which I have here, or silver, or that, like, you know, galvanized pole, or a green pole. So really nice. Here's the card that he gave me. Kind of see there. You can probably look him up on eBay or even go to his website. But really nice stuff. I wish I had an excuse to use more, although I might try to find a way to put some on that extra road that I just built. But yeah, definitely really nice. Really nice product. Real quick, here's just another vehicle I was working on, another Mack truck. These cabs are so cheap and easy to find that there's some good detail parts out there available for them, so I just kind of threw this together. Again, just threw on some detail parts, different wheels. I didn't like the wheels that came with it. They looked a little too European for this truck. Had that rack 3D printed from Shapeways. Came out pretty nice. Some lights from River Point station models. And I bent those exhaust pipes just from some aluminum rod and a little pipe bender. That came out pretty cool. Just with some parts I had laying around. Looks pretty nice. Plano models, their detail parts for these are really nice. The mirrors, they got the little dog on them. Yeah. So there's another little vehicle I threw together. Alright, that's about it for this update. Right as I was filming this, this just came in the mail. It's the latest run from Scale Trains, the SD40-2. So figured I'd just give it a quick test on the layout. But other than that, hopefully next time I'm home, find something else to do. I'm kind of running out of large projects to work on. Kind of have to go back and start really, I guess, just working on detailing things, and I don't know, planning on what's next. I mean, don't really have much room to expand, but at the same time, I'm gotta think of something. I don't like being finished with things, so I gotta think of the next step. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.